All right, hello and welcome. Happy Halloween to those here live. My name is Shauna. This is our intermediate level Fit Essentials. If you are using the blood flow bands, we have already added air, so go ahead and do that now. And as mentioned, if you want to have a chair or a bench nearby in our first circuit, you're going to have the option to elevate your feet for some hamstring curls. Otherwise, you can keep your feet flat on the ground for some glute bridges. All right, so with that said, go ahead and make your way down to hands and knees. We're gonna warm up our wrists and do a little bit of breathing to get started. So as you come to hands and knees, turn your palms down and rotate the fingers in towards your thighs. Spread those fingers out, draw your stomach in, and then just gently lean back. Tuck your chin in, and we're gonna breathe 3 times here. Send the air into the back of the rib cage. Do like a little mini cat-cow where as you breathe in, you tuck your chin in, lift up through your rib cage, and a nice gentle arch as you look up and forward on that exhale. One more breath, breathing in and breathing out. Fantastic. Go ahead and come off the wrist. If you can, bring your legs together, sitting back on your heels, and then you're going to turn your fingers down, back of the wrist together, and draw your elbows and shoulders down. Fantastic. The 2 exercises we're going to be alternating today in our first series is going to be that glute bridge. Go ahead and shake out the wrist, and our down dog knee to elbow. We'll spend about a minute on each. Couple little circles here. Very nice. And circle the other way. And then when you're ready, we're going to make our way on to our backs. Starting with that glute bridge, I'm going to elevate my feet on round 2. We're going to be doing 2 series of this. If you want to start with your feet elevated, that works as well. We'll get started here in about 20 seconds. As you come on down, draw your shoulders under your body and give a little hug to your legs, a short little rock side to side. By all means, if you need longer to stretch out that low back, then take it. If you feel like you can start with that bridge work, go ahead and place the feet flat on the ground, hands to the sides. And when you're ready, we'll start to pulse the hips, lifting them up and controlling down. Great exercise just to close your eyes and feel your body move. You want to think about lengthening to that lower spine and fire more and more of that glute tissue. See if you can breathe in and out the nose here. Exhale on the bridge as you raise up. Inhale on the down. Good, halfway. Focus to have your full foot engaged, driving through the floor, pushing through the heels as well as that big toe. Good, last time. Bridge it up, bring it down, and go ahead and roll on over. We're gonna get ready for our down dog position next. So as you come into that down dog position, spread the palm of your hand, spread your fingers out nice and wide to give that good support. When you're ready, hips come up. We're gonna do the version where you're gonna take your right leg, extend that leg high, back and in, and then draw that knee towards the same side elbow. Drive it back, extend it out, breathing in, draw it forward. I'll tell you when we're at halfway to switch sides. Big push back. I tend to breathe out as I push back, breathe in as I draw forward, really lifting up between your rib cage and your shoulders are pushing strong into the ground. Good, when you're ready, switching legs, same thing on your left leg, extend, point the toe, lift, and then draw that knee towards the elbow. As you push back, chin to the chest, looking back behind you. Nice work. Strong through that upper body. And when you finish there, come on back down. And now we're going to come back to that glute bridge. And this time I'm going to elevate the feet. So we call it a hamstring curl versus that glute bridge. I'm simply going to lie back, similar to that glute bridge, But now I'm gonna place the heels of my feet into my chair. Get yourself in that good position. Arms at the side so you can really embrace that up back of the body as well. And then when you're ready, you can go ahead and begin lifting up, controlling down. Especially if your feet are sliding, you can put the soles of the feet right to the edge of the chair or bench. Very similar to that glute bridge, but now we can get a little bit more of that hamstring activation. So activating the back of the thighs. Good. Intention matters here. So good focus. Try to squeeze and activate deeper into those muscles. Breathing in on the down, out on the up. You have about 15 seconds left. Get out a little pause at the top. Really sink into that deep contraction. And go ahead and rest. Nice job. Feel free to hug the legs in. Give your low back a little brief massage, rocking side to side. And then we'll get ready for that last set of our down dog, knee to elbow. Great job. When you're ready, start to make your way back over to hands and knees. We're going to go 30 seconds on each leg. I'll let you know when we're at halfway. Remember, starfish hands spread from the little finger to the thumb. Turn those toes under. Let's start with the left leg first. So you're going to push back, extend that foot high to the sky. Breathing in, draw that knee towards the same side elbow. Nice. Really emphasize that extension, pushing through the arms. Then high through the leg. One or two more. Good, and let's go ahead and switch. Same thing now on your right leg. Drive it back. Draw it forward. Beautiful, long line through the body. One more time, friends. And everybody rest. Woo, nice job. Let's come on down and take it into a child stretch. Toes together, knees divide, reach the arms straight out, and rock on back. Woo. Couple breaths in and out the nose. Next, we're gonna work our side plank. We're gonna be looking to challenge ourselves to see if we can hold 1 minute on each side. So go ahead and make your way onto your side. We're gonna tuck that elbow right underneath the shoulder. Extend the legs, and 2, 1, when you're ready, come on up. So we're just gonna have one round of the side plank, lifting up and out of that shoulder, eyes looking forward. Chin in, and you want to keep the shoulders and hips stacked. Nice and straight line. Sometimes the hips will start to sink down, so keep lifting them up. Good job. If you get to where you need a break or you need a little bit of an assist, you can keep the top, that you can bend that bottom knee and just put that down on the ground. Otherwise, both legs up. We're at 30 seconds in. Right now, my top arm is raising up towards the sky. I can also hold it on my hip. Make sure you don't sink into that shoulder. So lift up. If you need a break, just come back in when you can. Sometimes we'll start to sink down. We've got to lift up against gravity. We're at 45 seconds. Breathe and hold. Nice, nice gentle smile. And 3, 2, 1. Take that break. Take about 30 seconds here. Switch it up, swinging it back around. Getting ready for the 1 minute hold on the opposite arm. All right, we're gonna make that a 20-second break. So pull that elbow in, Remember, you can keep the bottom knee bent if that will give you a little bit more support. When you're ready, here we go. Second arm, second minute. So the bent knee would look like this. I'd have the bottom knee down, top leg extended. Or I'll just keep it up and square. We do these side planks to build that midline strength. It's really good stability work for your spine. Building strength in those obliques. Good work. That's 30 seconds in. You also want to really lift up out of that shoulder on that downside arm. Doing strong, doing great. Coming up on that 45-second mark. There's 45, 15 to go. Keep lifting, holding stable. Maybe a nice gentle smile as you breathe through that shake. And 2, 1, all done there. Well done, folks. Let's come back to all fours. We're gonna come into a down dog stretch, get a good stretch for the calves, and then we're gonna make our way up to standing. When you're ready, good job. Lift those hips up. Gently pulse the head between the arms. And I want you to focus this time on giving some length for the calves. Pedal out those heels. Very good. And then once you get a stretch for those calves, start to inchworm your way up, walking the feet towards the hands, and then nice and smooth coming out of that forward fold. Awesome. All right. So as you come on up to standing, feet about hip width apart, let's go ahead and bring those arms up to overhead and give a little side stretch here. Soft bend the knees. Go ahead and grab the wrist and then pull away towards that other side. Excellent. And then same thing other way. Grab the wrist, lean the other way. And shake it out. Good job. Little side step arm swing. Rotate those palms forward as you swing the arms back. Fantastic. All right, we're gonna get ready for our next circuit, but first we're gonna stretch out those quads. We've got some squats with the option of some thrusters. So when you can, grab your foot, pulling that heel towards the glute. Make sure we tuck those ribs down. Draw the shoulder back. A little warm here. I'm gonna have to lose my hat. And when you're ready, same thing on the other side. Anchor that foot down, lift up, squeeze the shoulders back, and stretch that second quad. 3 movements in our next circuit, friends. We have to squat with the option of that overhead reach for the thruster. Then we're gonna be coming down for a plank position, working our Renegade Row, alternating arms, and then we'll move into that burpee. It's a pretty good challenge coming up this morning. Go ahead and release that foot. And up to you, let's go ahead and warm up a few squats. If you'd like, I'd recommend doing your first round unweighted on the squats, all depending upon your experience level. I'm gonna start out nice and light. Very good. Excellent. If you are gonna hold a weight, let's go ahead and grab it now. Just gonna start with a nice little 5-pounder. I'm gonna hold it right underneath my chin. As I stand up out of that squat, I'm gonna reach up to overhead. We're gonna work for 45, rest for 15 in between exercises. So just a gentle toe out, eyes up and forward. We're gonna start here in 3, 2, 1. Here we go. Breathing in as you sink down. Breathing out as you stand tall. Good. If your overhead mobility is a challenge, you can also go one arm at a time, where I'd raise one arm up, come down, and then on the second rep, I'd raise the other arm up. Good. Or both arms together. I just don't want you to feel like you're going into a sway back posture. Nice. Breathing in, breathing out. Warming up the body. Nice strong foundation, driving down through the feet, eyes up and forward throughout that movement. And 2, 1, rest and rotate. Now, if there's anything preventing you from holding a plank position on your hands, you could also work a bent over row here or a seated row with the band in place of our Renegade Row. Otherwise, we're going to come down to a plank, wide handprint. I'm going to have my dumbbell just underneath my body. And then when you're ready, we'll start. Elbow comes up, and then I switch sides. I have my feet just outside those hips. If you want to have that good stability, try to have as little rock side to side with that lower body. Once you know the movement, eyes forward, chin in. Holding strong to that upper body. You should feel that as you spread your hand, it gives more support for the wrist. And then the more you activate your glutes, the more support you get for those hips and midline. Very good, 10 seconds left. Awesome, and 3, 2, 1, take a break off the hands. And get ready for that burpee next. All right, so the burpee is gonna start similar. We're not gonna go down to the push-up. We're gonna go from the top of the push-up. And when you're ready, nice big step forward. Coming all the way up to the top, squeeze the glute, little straight jump at the top, and then back down. Stepping back, big step forward, try to lead with your opposite leg, and then reach up to overhead. Good. Once you get warm, if you want to hop up to your feet, that is also great, but focus on lifting the hips nice and high and trying to come all the way to the heels. Float the feet back or step the feet back all the way up and forward. Good. Midline strong. Almost there. And 3, 2, 1, and take a break. Great job. We're gonna take about 30 seconds and then we'll be back for round 2 of 3. We're gonna keep the air in the bands for the first set of thrusters, and then we're gonna let the air out. All right, everybody. A similar weight or stay unweighted. Set the feet, 2, 1. Here we go, round 2. Into that squat, breathing in, breathing out. Excellent. Have strong depth, but still stay engaged through your midline. Squeeze the tush. Making sure you don't overarch. Awesome work. Sustainable efforts. We're just over 30 seconds in. Anytime you need a break, you can also just breathe or turn it into a little bit of a march instead of the squats. And 2, 1, and rest. Great job. As mentioned, if you're wearing the bands, go ahead and let out your air. All right, and then we'll make our way back down for the Renegade Row. Set the feet just outside the hips. Good base of support for those wrists. And when you're in position, go ahead and start. Alternating arms. Really key here that your hips don't start to arch down. So keep them nice and level. Breathing out as you row that elbow nice and high. Ways to scale this exercise would be to set the weight on a chair and have your hands elevated. You can also come off on the knees. Good job, staying tight. Maybe one more time on each arm. And take a pause. All right, burpees are next. When you're ready, 2, 1, and here we go for our burpees. So big step forward, coming into those heels, reaching up to overhead. Stepping it back, and then I step the opposite foot forward to lead, and up, and I'll step that foot back. Good job. If you want to lift the hips float to your feet. That's also an option. Not recommended if you have any sensitivity of your lower spine, your low back recently. It is going to be a little bit more dynamic and a little bit more jarring to that spine to be jumping. You really want to focus on floating, hips high, use that midline. Final one. And rest. Great job. We'll take 30 seconds and then we'll do it for our third and final round of this circuit. Good job, folks. Feel free to grab a quick drink. Starting in 10 seconds. Back to those thrusters. Just a slight toe out, eyes up and forward, and begin. Either keep your pace the same or now on round 3. If you're feeling strong today, you had good recovery over the weekend. Maybe not the folks that spent hours and hours doing landscape work, as we were discussing before the call. For those of you that are like, man, I'm fresh, I'm ready to go, and maybe time to kind of push that pace just a bit. Wonderful work. Breathing in, breathing out. 10 seconds. Smile as you stand tall. Celebrate what your body can do. And get ready to rotate. Good job. Coming down for that final Renegade Row. Starfish the hands, feet outside the hips, and begin. Watch the head. Sometimes you lose that head forward, so chin in. Engage the front of the body as well as the back of the body. Just like we do our single arm dumbbell rows, we're focusing on that high elbow with the shoulder down and out of the ear. Woo! Nice work. 30 seconds in, 15 seconds left. Great work, good job. 1 or 2 more. And getting ready for those burpees. Take a short break off the hands. All right, and when you're ready, 2, 1, final bit of burpees. Stepping or hopping. Awesome work. Standing tall, reach those arms high to the sky. Woo! Maybe a little clap overhead. Less than 30 seconds. We got a stretch break coming. Good job, folks. Woo! 1 or 2 more. Woo! When you finish that rep, go ahead and rest. Good job. Shake it out. Let's grab a drink of water. Nice work. As you're getting a drink, you can just gently rotate through the hips. Well done. And then circle those hips the other way. Woo. Stellar. Interlace those hands behind you. Walk your feet nice and wide behind the back stretch. Lengthen through those collarbones. Root into your legs. You send those hips back. Chin in, looking between your thighs. On that next breath in, bring it back up to the top. Fantastic. Alrighty. Let's go ahead and add the tricep stretch. You can just stay up on your feet, or if you'd like, bring your right knee down to the ground like you're in a lunge position. So we're going to get a good opening for the hips. At the same time, stretch the tricep. So reach your Right arm up, try to scratch your back, chin tucked in, reaching around, engage that glute, and now a nice long side bend toward your left. Keep firing that glute on your right hip. Tuck your chin in, and then if you want, you can gently glance up past your right elbow. Ah. Fantastic. Release the hands. Use a pillow or a yoga block. If you're standing, this won't quite work, so just kind of modify it. But elbow on the inside of the knee, shift on down, and just hover by the instep for about 3 breaths here. Tuck the chin in, and then breathe in that outer left hip. Good. On your next inhale, coming back up, and we're gonna switch sides. So either stay down there or come up to standing, step it forward, step it back. Again, you can stand tall, or ideally we're gonna bring that, now your left knee down. Front shin should be vertical. I'm gonna shift that hip forward, breathe in, raise your left arm up. Watch the rib cage, don't let it arch back. Bend that elbow, chin in. Squeezing the glute, and now I'll side bend, bending my body towards the right side. Good, chin in, gently look up past your elbow. Really beautiful, good. And then unwind, come into that instep stretch. Option of a pillow or a block on the instep. Elbow on the knee, slide on down the shin. And 3 big breaths here. Good. On your next inhale, come on back up. Awesome. All right, friends, we've got one more circuit. Deadlifts. Option of either a dip or from standing or seated, tricep extension. I'm going to be doing a dip off the chair. And then we have a bear crawl as our 3rd exercise. If anyone's a little tender through the wrist today, I would recommend staying up on your feet, and you can work a cross crawl pattern with like a march and punch when we come down for the bear crawl. All right, those of you here live, let me know if you have any questions. Otherwise, we're gonna get started here in about 15 seconds with that first set of deadlifts. I'm gonna bring the weight over, set it right between the legs, and then neutral position through the midline. Tuck the hips under you. Draw those shoulders back. Long spine. And when you're ready, go ahead and begin. Squeeze the glutes. Activate your upper body, meaning squeezing your lats so you keep that weight right near your center of gravity. Setting it down right between the legs. If you're somebody that is very stiff in the hamstrings, if it causes discomfort to go all the way to the ground, then go about mid-shin and stand from there. Breathing in on the down, breathing out on the up. Wonderful. 10 seconds. Squeeze. Awesome. Stacking the shoulders right over the hips. Maybe one more time. Down, up. When you go to set it down, that last rep, same mechanics, and take the rest. Good job. All right. Moving into that upper body work. I'm going to put my chair to use for that dip. You can also do that overhead extension or push-ups if you want to do a push-up. Long through the shoulder blades. And when you're there, elbows in. And now we've got longer intervals here, 45 seconds. So on the dip option, I'm going to add that hip bridge. Squeeze those glutes. Good. Those of you working any of these upper body movements, I don't want you to go to failure. So if you get to where you need a break, especially on that overhead extension, just shake it out early. Nothing wrong with taking a little extra rest. Listen to your body. Breathing in, breathing out, and 2, 1, everybody rest. Good job. So as mentioned, you can work the march and punch here, or if you're gonna come on down for the bear crawl, join me on hands and knees. As always, we spread the hands wide. Our knees are barely coming off the ground. And then you're focused on left hand with the right foot with the left hand. Head and neck nice and neutral, looking straight down. Good. Those of you working the march and punch, if you want to switch it up for a step jack or a jump jack, we are halfway through. Small steps on this bear crawl. Trying to keep your spine as level as you can. 10 seconds left. And 2, 1, 30 seconds rest. Nice job, friends. All right, that's round 1. We do it twice more. As we come back to the deadlift, now I'm going to use 2 weights. I'm going to have 1 in each hand. If you have uneven weights, hold your heavier weight in your left hand on this first set. So with weights in each hand, I'm going to have my feet closer and have the weights on the outsides of the ankles. Midline neutral, and when you're ready, go ahead and begin. Breathing in, long spine as you bow forward, setting those hips back. Squeeze the glutes, stack those shoulders right over the hips as you stand tall. Really good. Focus on having control as you lower it down and then generate that force, driving through the legs as you stand it up. Wonderful. That's 30 seconds. Take a pause anytime you need. Otherwise, 10 seconds left. And 2, 1, set it down well and get ready for your upper body exercise. Some kind of upper body push, push up, extension, or the dip. When you get there, go ahead and begin. Check those elbows, drawing them in. Sometimes we wing those elbows wide, either on the push up or the dip. And then you want to think about like an inverse shrug, those of you that are doing the dip. So not letting the shoulders dip into the ears. Play on words there. So I'm like retracting my upper body back and down, squeeze the hips as I lift on up into that bridge. 30 seconds in, feel free to take a break if you need it. Quality movements. What's key? Good. 2, 1, and there's our rest. Awesome. You're welcome to go back to that bear crawl. I'm going to join those of you that chose the march and punch. Give a little break on the wrist. Standing tall when you get there. Go ahead and begin. Good. Look to exhale with that punch. Maybe a nice gentle smile. We got to trick our mind and our body. Use psychology to our advantage by just giving a little smile, and that gives that positive reinforcement with exercise. Woo! Good, let's switch it up a bit. Those of you that are standing, some step jacks or some jump jacks. Beautiful, 15 seconds left. There you go, moving well. 2, 1, and final rest break. All right, we're gonna do that one more time. You're a little bit more fatigued today. Just hang out for this last round, move your body gently. If you were doing an unweighted or uneven weighted deadlift, now you're gonna hold the heavier weight in your right side. All right, about 10 seconds till we begin. Standing tall, midline neutral, draw that stomach in, long spine, and go. I prefer to keep these reps nice and steady, making sure you have good control, pulling those shoulders back, giving some good stabilization through the midline. As you bow down, look down. As you stand tall, look ahead. That's 30 seconds in. Either pause there or keep hanging on for these final few reps. Awesome, good job, folks. 2, 1, there's our break. Last set of the upper body work. I'm gonna stick with the dip. Sitting tall, draw the shoulders back. And when you're ready, go ahead and begin. It's common to feel pretty stiff in the front of the shoulders. Sometimes as you lower into the dip, you'll feel that tension in the front of the shoulders. Make sure it's not painful or pinching. If it is painful or pinching, don't, listen to your body. Use your own intuition. You have that like old slogan of like the 80s of like no pain, no gain. I don't believe in that. Our body is oftentimes speaking to us. If only we learn to listen. Good, 10 seconds. Broaden through that chest, inverted dip, pushing down throughout, and rest. Woo! All right, bear crawl if you'd like, or join us from standing. All right, those of you standing, we're gonna do that standing knee to elbow. So standing tall, exhale as you draw that knee up, drawing that elbow down. Good. Nice strong breath out. All right, great work on that bear crawl. Good position, Sharon. Good, those of you doing the knee to elbow, let's break it up. And now we'll move in that march and punch. We're punching diagonally across the body and then looking to keep the feet and the knees as stationary as we can, meaning I don't want to swing my leg across the body. Woo! All right, a final 10 seconds. I'm gonna finish it out with a little bit of a step jack or a little jump jack. Last hard push. 2, 1, and we're all done there. Good job, friends. All right, let's grab a drink. I'm gonna keep you on your feet. A couple cool down stretches here. If you have a wall, or you can use the back of the chair, we're gonna walk the feet back, bow the head down, and just lengthen the back of the body. Breathing in, lifting up out of the stretch, breathing out. Lower your heart towards the floor. One more breath. And come on out of that. Fantastic. All right, let's make our way onto our backs. And we're gonna finish it up with a little figure 4 stretch. All right, so as you lie back, drawing the shoulders underneath you. Start by taking your right foot, cross it over the left thigh, and then go ahead and hug that left thigh in. Take your right foot and toes and draw them back towards the knee on that side. And breathe here. Those of you that know the sciatic nerve floss, just give it a few more seconds here. Focus on opening that outer right hip. And if you want to move into the sciatic nerve floss, we're going to take the left leg, extend the leg, drawing the toes towards your face, and then point the toes towards the sky. Draw them back towards you, and then hug the leg back down and into the start. Good, 2 more. This just helps to keep that big nerve in the back of the leg moving. Sometimes it will get caught along its path, and then we end up with the sciatic nerve symptoms. Very common when we take long car rides. If you sit a lot in a chair, that pressure on the back of the thighs can cause that impingement and that stickiness along its track. Good job. Go ahead and release sides. In between sides, let's just give about 3 to 5 bridges here. Open up the front of the hips once again. Chin to the chest, raise the hips up and down. Lengthen out the front of the hips. I love the bridge because we both activate the back of the body, which tends to get dormant, but then we also lengthen the front of the body, which tends to get very short, again, from a lot of sitting. Down and up. Very good. When you're ready, got my low battery warning, go ahead and switch it up with that figure 4, crossing your left foot over your right thigh. I'm just plugging my battery pack. Thank you, technology. Good, as you're hugging it in, remember to draw the left foot back towards the right, or sorry, left foot back towards the left knee. And then those of you that have been in that stretch for a while, you can add the sciatic nerve floss on the right. Extend the leg, point and back. Very nice. Maybe one more time. And release. Good job. All right, and then let's finish with a little happy baby. Work those elbows on the insides of the knees. Grab the shins. See if you can reach the bottom of the feet. And then just as it sounds, I'm gonna pretend I get to be a little happy baby here out in the yard, looking at the sky. Just imagine what's life like before we have all the headspace that comes in as being an adult, all the things that we think about. Try to remember what it was like to just be that innocent little being, just taking in all the simple wonders of the world around you. Good, folks. Feel free to give a little audible sigh. And then when you're ready, go ahead and release the legs. Extend them straight out. Bring your arms up to overhead. And then just stretch. Imagine you've got somebody pulling your hands above the head, stretching your feet down below. And then let's go ahead and finish. Bring one hand onto your heart space, one hand onto your belly. Center your head and neck, and then just feel into your body and breathe. It's a great time to express some gratitude for yourself. Give thanks to your body and what it can do for you. So often our fitness can get caught up in self-criticism and self-judgment of feeling like we should be doing more. Just trust that what you're doing right now is more than enough. All right, friends, thanks for moving with me today. Please take as long as you need. Stay hydrated. And remember, life is meant to be enjoyed. Look forward to moving with you next time.